Well then guys, welcome to a very, very special podcast. Joining me today is Hybrid Networks, or HN Entertainment, whatever you want to call yourself. It's Who's Nick from HN Entertainment. You alright? How you doing?
Yes, it's been like a really long time since we've done like a podcast thing or anything.
It's been a long time since we've talked, just even on Skype, to be honest. It's been a long, long time.
Yeah, we still gotta finish the Requiem commentary.
Yeah, that's true. So, guys, you probably saw the title to the video. Basically, we are going to review and discuss The Predator. So, we'll probably go non-spoilers first, and then spoilers, I guess. Do you want to do that, Nick?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, so we've both seen the film. Believe we were both at press screenings, weren't we? Did you go to a press screening?
Yeah, I saw it on Monday morning.
Oh, God. What time?
It was like 11 in the morning, so I had to wake up at like 8 a.m., get ready, like drive like an hour over there, and it's like...
Yeah, mine was at 11:45 with the editor over at avpgalaxy.net, and that was in London. I had to wake up at 5 o'clock for that, because I had to drive to London. It was balls. So, I guess first things first, really, Nick. What would you rate this movie out of 10?
So, I've been like going back and forth between like a 5 and a 6. Like,
Ooh.
I think 6 on the high end, just because it's like there are elements that I liked, but at the same time, it's like I start to think about it more. I'm like, it's just not really good overall.
Right, okay. Well, look, I mean, that's... So I was pretty brutally honest in my review of it. I loved 90% of it. Mm-hmm. It's choppy. You can tell it's had a lot of reshoots. It is quite light. Lots of things are implied and things like that. But on a whole, I really liked 90% of it. But the ending just absolutely ruins it. So even despite the fact that I love 90% of it, I will probably have to agree with you. It's about a 5 or a 6 out of 10, which pains me to say, because I wanted to love it. Because, like, I mean, you've probably seen some of my videos, and much like the guys watching this now will know that I was really harsh about this film. I was really, really harsh. But the last marketing push turned me around, and I thought it was going to be really good. And then we got that. Ugh, yeah. Such a shame. Such a shame. So I guess let's kind of review it non-spoilery. What did you think of the story? Non-spoilers, mind. What did you think of the story?
It was fine, I guess, but at the same time, it's like not really much. When you think about it, it's like not much really happens, because it's just like the upgrade's trying to get the fugitive. He's trying to get this little gauntlet thing, but then it's like no, he's trying to get something else.
Yeah, but then is he really trying to get that? No, he's not. Oh, he's trying to get something that's in a pod, and there's so much implied. And so much that just is downright not even mentioned, and it's left to the viewer, I found, to really fill in the gaps. Which, like I said, I mean, so not to get into spoilers or anything like that, but there's the little device which you see in the trailer. Now, that little device actually played a really pivotal role before the reshoots. Because I'm sure you've had the leaked script as well, haven't you? So you know that that's the Kajad.
Yeah.
And you can really tell that they were fumbling their way to create a new story away from it, which is a real shame, I think.
Yeah, it's just like, what, like, how do all the characters even get involved? Like, and then there's like the point where it's like, why does Traeger keep being like such an ass to them? It's like, like, just like team up with them already.
Although I will say this, I love that character. It's Sterling K. Brown, isn't it? I thought that character was so good. Literally laugh out loud moments. I found his character to be one of the most likable, but also the most easy to hate out of the entire film. I thought it was great. I really did like him. But one of the things that this movie is getting really slated for is the comedy. Now, what did you think of the comedy? Because from my side of things, I actually thought it was handled quite well. Sure, if you're thinking about the wider narrative of a Predator universe film, it doesn't fit, but it fit within the context of this movie. I found anyway. What did you think about the comedy?
Yeah, I liked it for the most part too. I think one of my favorite scenes is when the loonies go to like his house and they meet his wife.
Yeah.
That was really good. It's like
keep it non-spoilers. Remember, keep it non-spoilers.
True.
People will hate us otherwise.
But there is also an element of the movie where it's almost like a little meta or something. It's like playing fun at the fact that it is a Predator movie. Like,
did you get that? I didn't get that impression. Is that something that you picked up on?
Yeah, kind of. Because then remember there's that one line where he's like, "Get to the choppers," and it's
yeah. Well, I thought they were just trying to. Well, I don't know what they were trying to do because there was a few lines like that. It's not a spoiler, but we know from the trailers that one of the predators captured, and that's the fugitive predator. And I hated this line, and I cringed. Me and both me and Corporal Hicks, the guy over at AVPGalaxy.net, we both just groaned to one another. And it's when Olivia Munn leans down, looks at the fugitive and goes, "You're one beautiful motherfucker." And I was just like, why are you doing this? Like, you're ruining it. You don't need to say stuff like that. You know, you can create great lines just for this movie. Don't relive old stuff for nostalgia's sake. And I don't know. I didn't like that. I will say this though, with respect to the comedy and also the dialogue. One of my main gripes about it before going into the film was that it might not seem organic. But again, I felt it came across pretty bang on, to be honest. The dialogue wasn't that bad at all.
Yeah, I didn't really have a problem with it either. Like, I actually liked all the humor elements because it makes sense too. All these guys are like insane, pretty much. So
yeah. I've seen one review where they absolutely slammed the use of Thomas Jane and his Tourette's, saying that it was just used only when comedic relief was required. But I mean, isn't that what any character archetype does?
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, yeah, I don't really understand why people are slating it for that. I mean, there has to be someone which is considered the funny guy, and if they're used as comedic relief, I don't really see what the issue is, especially if they are consistent with it, which they were, because he was always that guy. So I don't know. What did you think of the creature effects? And especially the CG, because obviously the upgrade Predator is CG. A big old CG boy.
And the doggies.
Oh yes, oh yeah. Oh, who can forget the Predator dogs?
I really like
Jesus Christ.
I really like the suit effects, but the CG was kind of
Yeah.
Some spots, I guess.
So I feel I agree with you. The Studio ADI outdid themselves with the creature effects this time round, because they have been balls. They've not been very good, but they really did pull out all the stops for this movie. I feel anyway, but I do think that in parts it looked a bit rough around the edges when the Predator was running around and stuff. It just seemed a bit meh, not super good. And like you say, the CG. I feel it was all right when the upgrade is first introduced. I feel it gets worse as the film progresses. I don't know if you picked up on that, because especially the end of the film, where obviously the majority of the reshoots happen. That's where it's really patchy. But I don't know. General thoughts and opinion on creature effects? You liked it?
Yeah, like, one thing I'll say too is how the actual suit, the fugitive, I liked how he could move around a lot more too, because you could see him actually like running too at some spots. Like, seems a lot more like mobile than like past suits.
Yeah. Well, did you think his head was too big though?
Yeah, kind of. Or maybe it's just the mask. Is that like a big ass mask?
Well, no, because remember, there's obviously again non-spoilers and all that, but he's captured. It's what we see in the trailers.
Yeah.
It's right there, plain as day, so no spoilers. But I even thought then his head was a little bit big. I don't know. It's like a big old head going on there. Yeah. Jesus. But so, I mean, Cinematography. Let's think about the more kind of technical aspects behind it. What did you think this film kind of excelled at in a technical manner, and what did you think it was really negative in a technical manner? Like the score, for instance. Did you like the lighting, general cinematography? What did you think?
The score was okay, I guess. It's kind of like forgettable though. I really only remember the parts that were like used from the Alan Silvestri music.
Yeah,
but the rest of it's just kind of generic, I guess.
Yeah, I'll give you that. I quite like the score, but I will agree with you. That's all I remember is the Silvestri stuff. I don't remember anything else, so I'll have to give you that. I do agree.
Yeah, I also was hoping that Larry Fong's cinematography would be better, because he usually does like the Zack Snyder movies, and those look like really kind of stylized and like really colorful and all that. But this movie just kind of looked flat and pretty much.
Yeah, there wasn't much vibrancy to it, was there? It was quite muted. I feel color-wise, it was not so much muted because there was color there, but it was just dark. I guess not AVP
stuff.
Requiem. Not AVP Requiem dark, but it was still dark.
Yeah.
And you could see colours, but it just wasn't as vibrant as I feel it could or perhaps should have been.
Maybe it would have looked better if they had done the original stuff, like, because remember all the other stuff used to be during the day, but they changed everything to like night pretty much. So.
Well, they say it's because it looked cheap, but yeah, I don't know. Right. Well, I guess that's kind of non-spoilers done, really. Shall we tear this movie a new arsehole in the spoiler section? So you've been warned. This is the spoilers. Spoiler warning. Piss off if you don't want to hear spoilers. What was that ending?
Yeah.
I mean, Iron Man Predator suit complete with metal dreadlocks. Are you serious? Like, are you for real, Shane Black? Have you not forgiven yourself for the atrocity that was Iron Man 3? Like, come on.
Yeah, that's like the Guyver suit.
Well, it's worse than the Guyver suit. Come on. It had metal dreadlocks, and it was like nanotech. It came over him exactly like the Iron Man suit would. For those that have stuck around and haven't seen the film, you explain the ending, Nick, because I'm gonna lose my shit otherwise.
So basically, there's some kind of scene that you can tell was shot very recently where they're in some kind of government base. You see McKenna's there. They got some kind of like iron sarcophagus or something with like this thing comes out of it, falls out. It's like this little arm piece, and it attaches itself to like some scientist dude standing there, and it forms a full-on iron predator suit thing.
And this was dubbed the Predator Killer.
Yeah.
And bearing in mind, what you got to remember, guys that haven't seen this, and guys that have seen it will know what I'm talking about. It's in a pod, which is the size of a human, right? Like, it's human-sized. It could fit a full-grown man. And I was sat there and I was like, if Arnold Schwarzenegger gets out this fucking pod... Because that's what... Honestly, that's genuinely what I thought. And I leaned into Corporal Hicks and I was like, mate, what Arnold Schwarzenegger, he better not come out. He better not come out of there. And no, he didn't. Yeah, so Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't come out. And and then there was black goo. And then there was just like a gauntlet.
Yep.
But they dubbed it the Predator Killer, so I was like, oh, it must be. Arnold Schwarzenegger must come out. He absolutely must do.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. And that was a gift, wasn't it? It was a gift. That was what the fugitive Predator wanted to give us, despite the fact he was murdering people left, right, and centre. What?
Yeah. I don't... They need to, like, clarify that more or something, because there's not really any context to it. I mean, there's, like... You see that one scene where they're like, he has human DNA, but then there's, like, what?
Yeah, well, that's the other big gripe that most people have with this film is that, and some people have wrongly reviewed this, they've stated that only the upgrade had human DNA. No. All Predators have human DNA, because the Fugitive looks identical to every other Predator we've ever seen before, besides his big old head, and he's got human DNA in him. So well done for screwing the canon up. Good one. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, such a shame. What did you think about Traeger's death? That just happened all of a sudden, didn't it?
Yeah, that was such a. I was the guy that I went with to it. He's like, "Wait, did he die?" I'm like, "Yeah, he died like in the background."
just get shot down. Like what? It's just gone. This is where this film really suffers, is in its editing and the reshoots. I just think it's been chopped up and been kind of Frankensteined. And I said it in my review. A lot of people wrongly mistook this, but I said that it's been such bad reshoots that it ended up like John Carpenter's The Thing. And I don't mean like the film, but I mean like an amalgamation, a monstrosity of just hacked together bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And you can really feel it, like you know, Traeger's death just happens. No, there needs to be more to it than that. You don't just have these characters which are the main parts of the film and the most likable in the film and then kill them immediately. Your main character, Boyd Holbrook, isn't even that likable. I found anyway, I didn't think he was that charismatic. He was fine, but Sterling K. Brown stole the show, and for him just to die without any acknowledgement, no one says, "Oh, he's dead," like at all. If you blinked, you would miss his death, and you would think he's coming back for the sequel. Mm-hmm. So bad, so bad.
I wonder if the studio made them like make it that running time, because they could have easily made it like another 20 minutes longer to like fix some stuff.
Yeah, I feel, I agree with you. I think if it was fleshed out just a little bit more and ended as it was supposed to end initially in the script, with Quinn McKenna's character just looking up well, no, not with Arnold Schwarzenegger. No. But with Quinn McKenna's character just looking up at the sky and going, "Well, come and get us, motherfuckers." Like, that would be a fine ending. That's better than fucking Iron Predator. Like, Jesus Christ.
Well, at least they cut out the part where the upgrade points at the kid.
Oh, but it's still in there. He wanted McKenna, the true warrior. Like, are you joking? Are you smoking crack, Shane Black? Like, seriously, mate. Like, Black and Decker, Fred Decker, the dream team, apparently. Yeah. Bullshit to that. Such a shame. Such a shame.
I remember we asked the writer Fred Decker in the interview. We're like, so what was up with the reshoots? Like, where did that come about? Like, why change the story so drastically? He's like, well, originally we had a movie that we liked, we didn't love it. So he's like, we had to change all this stuff so we could like really enjoy it. I'm like, really?
Are you for real? So he thinks it's better.
Yeah.
Oh God, he's fooling himself. Like, no. Seriously. Yeah, Fred Decker, he's absolutely fooling himself. Like, seriously, to think that it was like pretty good and then to make it. I mean, he's lying for starters, because you don't just change a film that drastically. Like, the whole third act was rewritten. Like, you got friendly predators cut from the film entirely. Like, the whole hybrid creatures cut entirely. The whole Kajad cut entirely. Like, he's lying through his teeth. Like, I get why, but Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Bad times. Bad times. So, I guess realistically, what did you... this is my question to those that have stayed this far. What did you guys think of The Predator? Let me know. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments section. I'd really be interested to know. I've already done a review on my channel already for this, but I wanted to bring other people in to sit around and discuss it, because I feel when you go into press screenings, you can really kind of maybe skew your opinion a little bit, and when you watch it with a real audience, that's when you you really get a feeling for what the general populace is thinking about the film. So it's good to kind of get other people on and discuss it. Nick, do you want to plug your social medias and your YouTube and all that good stuff?
Yeah, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'm who's_Nick. You can Find me, of course, at the HN channel. I mean, you could really type in Hybrid Network on YouTube, but we just changed the name of the channel for like branding purposes. But you can find us, I believe, through Hybrid Network still. So.
You're big time now. You've got to rebrand.
Oh my, yeah. It's all cosmetic. But you know, I was thinking too. Isn't it such a shame that within a year Fox has ruined Alien and Predator? Because remember after Covenant, we're like, you know, but they won't do Predator wrong. We're like, they can't. They have to do that right.
Yeah, I remember. I think that's it now for the franchise. What do you think? For a while, at the very least.
Yeah, Disney's gonna reboot it now.
Well, that's if. Well, they've already admitted they're going to slow down production of R-rated properties. So, yeah. But whatever. If you enjoyed this brief podcast, well, brief, it's been running for like 20 odd minutes. Give it a big thumbs up and a share. Like I said, please do let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. As always, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Stay up to date on all the world of pop culture and movie news. And yeah, that's been it really. I will catch you guys in the next video.
See ya.